you confuse something, you get mixed up. Okay? You mix up things. So you don't know which one is which. When you get confused, just think of a stalactite holding tightly to the ceiling of a cave. Holding tightly. What does tightly mean? Tightly means firmly. Alright? Firmly to the ceiling. What's a ceiling? Ceiling is the top surface of a room. Okay? Just think of a stalactite holding tightly to the ceiling of a cave. Why does the professor say that? It's because stalactite, alright? So it holds tightly to the ceiling. So stalactite is the one at the ceiling, okay? And so what is stalagmite then? Stalagmite is something that forms from the bottom, okay? Did I explain these? So stalactite is what? Stalactite is a long piece of rock, okay, hanging down from the roof of a cave, okay, and it forms when the water containing mineral lime drops slowly from that cave, okay? And whereas stalagmite is a long piece of rock, okay, which sticks up from the floor of a cave, all right? And it is also formed when the water containing mineral lime drops slowly from the ceiling of that cave. So what? As we just said, stalagmite is this one, and stalactite is this one. Okay. When water drops, okay, when water drops, it forms, and sometimes it gets connected when the water has dropped a long enough time. Long time. Okay? Okay. Let's go to the next part.
Stalactites and stalagmites don't form in all caves. They only grow in limestone caves. They are formed mostly of calcite, which we also know as calcium carbonate. How do they form? Okay, as rainwater falls to the ground and trickles into a limestone cave, it picks up carbon dioxide and various minerals from the limestone. Then it forms something called calcium bicarbonate. Later, the water emerges from the cracks in the cave's roof. At that time, it comes into contact with the air in the cave. Then some of the calcium bicarbonate changes into calcium carbonate. It's at that time that we can see calcite starting to form around the crack. As the water drips, the calcite grows in both length and width. After some time, it forms a stalactite. But don't wait around for one to form. They only grow about 1/4 of an inch to an inch each century. That we can see calcite.
Okay. What is this part about? This part is about how stalactites form. Okay. How do they form? They only grow in limestone caves, all right? And when rain comes down, okay, and goes inside the limestone cave, it picks up carbon dioxide and various minerals from the limestone, okay? And then it comes out from the crack of the cave's roof, all right? And then it comes to contact with the air inside the cave, and calcite starts to form. And when it grows, it forms a stalactite. Do you understand? But it takes a long time for them to form. Okay, stalactites and stalagmites don't form in all caves. They only grow in limestone caves. What is a limestone? Limestone is a whitish colored rock used in building or making cement. All right. What is lime? Lime is a substance containing calcium. It can be found in soil or in water. Okay. You can find a lot of lime in European water. Okay. They are formed mostly of calcite, which we also know as calcium carbonate. Calcite, calcium carbonate. Okay. Calcium, what is calcium? Calcium is a soft white element that is in bones or teeth or limestone, marble, or chalk. Okay, calcium. And then carbonate is used in substances made from carbonic acid. Carbonic acid, that is a compound of carbon dioxide and water. Do you understand? Okay. So calcium carbonate is a white crystalline salt. Crystalline means looking like a crystal. Forming in limestone, chalk, marble, calcite, coral, or pearl. You understand? And they are used in making lime or cement. Okay. How do they form? Okay, as rainwater falls to the ground and trickles into a limestone cave, it picks up carbon dioxide and various minerals from the limestone. As rainwater falls to the ground and trickles into a limestone cave. Trickle, what does that mean? Trickle means liquid flowing slowly, okay? And it's liquid flowing slowly in a very small amount. That's trickling, okay? It picks up carbon dioxide. Pick up, what does that mean? It means it gets carbon dioxide. You know what carbon dioxide is? Carbon dioxide. What is carbon? Carbon is an element forming coal or diamond. You understand? It's an element that forms coal or diamond. Dioxide means two oxygen atoms, all right? Di means what? Two, okay? And dioxide is oxygen element, oxygen atom, okay? Carbon dioxide is this, CO2, okay? It picks up carbon dioxide and various minerals from the limestone. What's various? Various means there are several different things in a kind, okay? There are many different things in a kind, okay? Then it forms something called calcium bicarbonate. Later, the water emerges from the cracks in the cave's roof. The water emerges. What does emerge mean? Emerge means to come out, all right, from the cracks in the cave's roof. What's a crack? Crack is a narrow gap, very narrow gap in things, okay? At that time, it comes into contact with the air in the cave. It comes into contact. What does that mean? Come into contact. It means it touches, all right? Contact means touching or communicating, okay? Or meeting something. Then some of the calcium bicarbonate changes into calcium carbonate. It's at that time that we can see calcite starting to form around the crack. It's at that time that we can see calcite starting to form around that crack. What does around mean? Around means surrounding that, alright? Why is it here? As the water drips, the calcite grows in both length and width. As the water drips. What does that mean, drip? Drip means to fall down in small drops, okay? The calcite grows in both length and width. What's length? Length is how long something is, alright? What is width? Width is how wide something is. It grows longer and wider. After some time, it forms a stalactite, okay? But don't wait around for one to form. Don't wait around. What does that mean? Wait around. In that case, around means you spend time not having anything special to do, okay? They only grow about 1/4 of an inch to an inch each century. They grow only about, what does that mean? That means they grow from 1/4 of an inch to an inch, okay? So it's they grow this much in a century, okay? 1 inch is, how long is 1 inch? 1 inch is 2.5, approximately 2.5 centimeters, okay? In each century, what is century? Century is 100 years. Cent means 100, okay? In $1, there are 100 cents, okay? And in 1 meter, there are 100 centimeters. Cent means 100. They only grow about 1/4 of an inch. 1/4 is 1/4. 1/4. That 1/4 means what? If you divide something equally into 4 pieces, okay, that one of them is 1/4. All right. This is how you read it. 1/4. You get that? And then how do you read this then? You read it 3/5. 3/5. You understand? That's how you read the numbers. Let's continue. I don't know where it is. I just lost the point.
So explains why stalagmites have cone-like shapes and why they're directly beneath stalactites.
Oh, it's too far. Hold on.
Stalagmites. Some of the water dripping on the stalactites above falls to the
Hold on.
to
Okay.
an inch each century.
From here.
Oh, I almost forgot. Stalagmites. Some of the water dripping on the stalactites above falls to the cave's floors. Over time, the calcium carbonate in them forms stalagmites. This also explains why stalagmites have cone-like shapes and why they're directly beneath stalactites.